$13.4 million for this Blue Eyes White Dragon. I'm rich now. Welcome to the Solemn Yu-Gi-Oh channel where we discuss everything collecting and investing in Yu-Gi-Oh. Yeah, so we have one of those beautiful new clickbaity titles from the news media who have no clue about card games whatsoever. This is straight from IGN. It reads, auction on rare Yu-Gi-Oh cards stopped after bidding reached $13.4 million. And then the image is a maximum gold Blue Eyes White Dragon. Yeah, that guy that is barely able to break above 25. And of course then you go into the comments and instantly have people like, oh, I used to have that. Oh, I gave it all away, man. Imagine if I kept it. Oh, I would be so rich right now. Oh, my mom got rid of my blue eyes. Oh, I would have been a millionaire. So what actually happened was one of those anniversary blue eyes from in Japan. I think it was limited to like 500 or something like that. Went up for auction. And then it was super obviously shill bid, you know, just a bunch of troll and clown bids. And then the auction was pulled because it obviously wasn't going anywhere. So at one point it was 13.4 million or whatever. I also heard some people saying like it was some kind of criminal. I don't know the very specifics. All I know is the auction didn't actually end up happening. You know, it was just cancelled because obviously this shit wasn't gonna happen. Even though, you know, those frames from 20th anniversary or whatever, it's only 500, but it's not 13.4 fucking million dollars. So why are we covering it on the channel? Because I think it's a pretty important thing to still realize. This is what I like to call normie bait. And if you don't know the concept, we actually saw a fuck ton of it last year around October. To me, what normie bait is when something happens inside, well, a specific niche, but for us now, card games, and then it needs to be sensationalized so normies who aren't into that thing whatsoever can get excited about it and imagine like, wow, this must be so exciting. Whoa, I remember having the blue eyes and now I would have millions. Whoa. It gives people something to talk about, something to get excited about without, you know, doing any research whatsoever. And then after that, it is quickly forgotten. A really good example, probably the best example of this, was when Gary, King Pokemon, went on Pawn Stars a few years ago to sell his Charizards. And obviously his goal wasn't to sell, it was just to get a massive amount of mainstream / normie attention on towards the hobby again. At the time, that was just a quick blip. It didn't make a massive wave or anything, but it's one of those little moments that then planted the fact that Pokemon cards are worth money into people's minds, and then that does have its ripple effects longer term. This is a very similar story. There's now thousands of people who have no clue about Yu-Gi-Oh whatsoever, who still have that little idea in the back of their mind fading away like, there was a Yu-Gi-Oh card worth millions? And sure, they just scrolled over it, they didn't do more research than that, but that idea has now been planted. And so when someone is trying to manipulate a market, what they will do is they will drop that little idea here, and then they'll do it over there. And then they'll do it over there. And over a long term, it does create this little element of authority, of legitness around that given concept. I think we saw this play out very hard when you had the whole Twitch guys all opening the boxes and Logan Paul doing his box breaks on Pokemon and all of that stuff. That was like the epitome of so much normie bait being piled on and on until a point where a lot of people were no longer normies. They were actually getting properly educated into the thing and you just had this massive spike because of it. So yeah, will this ridiculous news do anything to the market right now? No, probably not. You'll probably just have a few hundred, maybe a few thousand people dig up their Yu-Gi-Oh cards, go through them. You'll see on Facebook someone going, oh, want to sell this unlimited beat up SDK Blue Eyes White Dragon. Like this one. 2,000 or best offer, I know what I have. But it won't have any major impact beyond that. I do, however, think that there's value to the fact that, you know, a few more regular people are just like, oh, Yu-Gi-Oh cards are worth something. And then we will forget all about this and go on with our lives and the market will just keep on doing its thing. So yeah, this is now millions, guys. Hope you found this interesting. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you soon. Ciao.